miserable day.
Oh, it stopped raining. Hello everyone and welcome to Henry Wheeler's Movie Reviews, where each week I take a look at an English language film and a non-English language film that I've not seen before that perhaps you have done. And today we're taking a look at the 1962 Japanese film Harakiri. Now, I haven't actually seen any of Masaki Kobayashi's films. I am aware of his work, including Kwaidan and Human Condition trilogy, which I do want to get to at some point. I own all of these on DVD. I've just never seen them. I've got so many DVDs that I've stockpiled over the years. I've just never watched them. So this is going to be my first time watching Harakiri. I haven't really seen many samurai films, so I'm intrigued to see what I think of this. So without further ado, let's go. So Harakiri takes place in the early 17th century Japan during the Edo period and the rule of the Tokugawa shogunate, and it revolves around a former samurai warrior named Tsugumo Hanshiro, who goes on an estate housing the Lee clan to request committing Harakiri in their courtyard, which is a ritual suicide involving disembowelment, illustrated in the artwork. And the reason they say they want to do this is because there's thousands of samurai who are now out of work due to it being peacetime in the country, and they don't want to be left destitute and in poverty, dying an undignified death, as they've got no other purpose in life than to be a samurai. That is who they are. It's not like they can go to the job centre and try and find a career in IT.
Dear Sir stroke Madam, I'm writing to inform you of a fire which has broken out at the premises of... No, that's too formal.
The Ronin is then told a story of another former samurai named Chijiwa Motome to deter him from going any further, who earlier that year requested the same ritual, and the representative of the estate explained how there's been many situations recently in which Ronins have visited other palaces asking to commit ritual suicide whilst not actually thinking that they're going to have to do it, in a bid to basically get money from these estates who will think, oh, you know, you are a very honourable warrior and we like your style, so don't kill yourself, we'll give you something in which to keep going. And essentially the palace staff realise that this is likely a scam in which to extort money, and in the retelling of the story it's explained that to teach Motome a lesson they're going to make him go through with Harakiri, much to his surprise and terror, unsurprisingly. So for a start, the cinematography in this is absolutely gorgeous. The opening shot with the armour in particular is really striking, which I suppose is symbolic for the hollowness of the samurai code that hides behind respect and honour, or the facade, as Hanshiro says. And also the moment where the story of Motome is told and they show him following through with a ritual suicide and make him do it with the bamboo blade that he's brought with him. My thinking behind that is part of the reason why they made him go through with it is because they were so disgraced that he essentially had pawned his proper blade and came with a bamboo blade, and they wanted to teach him a lesson for doing this. And he clearly did not expect to use the bamboo blade, but the scene where he commits Harakiri is... I was really surprised because it's pretty shocking for an early 1960s film. I was shocked at how graphic it was, but it did look really beautiful, if brutal in its monochrome photography. Seeing that scene that he's got the blade lodged in, he can't move it, it's just stuck in his stomach. Well, it's a humiliating way to die, but it must have been a painful way to die as well. And I understand how desperate he was as he wanted 2 days grace, and he was like, I will come back. He probably wasn't going to come back, but he was obviously scared, and the fact that they didn't permit him to have a few days before committing the ritual, I thought it was really nasty on their part and kind of vindictive. But I have to mention the score as well by Toru Takemitsu. It's very percussive and has this creeping dread throughout that's perfect for the escalation of the plot as more and more is revealed. And also the tremolo picking just, oh, it sounds incredible. If it had a distortion pedal running through it, it would make a really good black metal song. But I just loved Tatsuya Nakadai as Hanshiro. He was as cool as a cucumber throughout the film, really an excellent performance of a man who's just lost absolutely everything and is needed of some retribution, especially in that standoff with Hikokuro, played by Tetsuro Tamba. Also, side note, I only just found out while doing research for this after watching that he was James Bond's ally in You Only Live Twice. Huh. But this is just such a captivating scene. I was in awe of how it looked, and the shot of the blades of grass dancing in the wind was, oh, spellbinding, really. Also, something I noticed is how much westerns look like samurai films. And I get that Magnificent Seven is a Seven Samurai remake, so it does make sense. However, the similarity was pretty uncanny, and I never realised how much influence Japanese cinema has had on westerns in the United States, especially in standoffs. The scene just mentioned, it felt so typical of two gunslingers battling it out. Also, when it's revealed why the samurai have declared themselves to be ill, that was a really, really good reveal. I really had my fist pumping. Also, the ending is marvellous as well, which ties up everything neatly with the opening shot as well. I'll give this 10 out of 10. I think this is quite possibly one of the best films that I've ever watched. I mean, it's got everything. You've got excellent cinematography, wonderful acting, fantastic score, and it's just how everything unravels in regards to the plot is it's honestly masterful, really. I can't wait to watch more films by Kobayashi, as this was just an exceptional piece of work. I really want to see more samurai films, particularly from Kurosawa, as there's so much work of his that I've yet to watch. I've barely scratched the surface. I mean, I've seen Rashomon and a few others, but I need to rectify that post-haste. Well, that's everything. Let me know what you thought about Harakiri in the comments. So don't forget to like, share and subscribe, and until next time, I'll see you later. Sayonara! It's even worse.